Graham Lloyd is the environment editor of the Australian newspaper. I want to talk about the decision of the Victorian government to get back into energy creation. Now, of course, all of this stuff was sold off in a myriad of privatisation decisions from the 90s till now, but they're getting back in state-owned renewable assets. Jeff Kennett says it's a terrible idea. What do you think?
Well, this is confirmation of what a terrible state the energy market is in nationally, and crying out for a plan. The Victorian government says their plan, if they're re-elected, is going to be to renationalise it. Now, there's a number of issues there that make it, even though you may make an argument for government control or ownership, but behind that control needs to be a plan. And what we're seeing that's been put forward in Victoria, there's not a lot there about firming capacity, about things that are going to keep the energy market going. And I think it'll probably have the reverse impact where it's going to scare Linta and other coal-fired producers who've been told, well, they're going to be out of business sooner, so they'll stop investing. And there's no suggestion of where the replacement for that is going to come from at this time.
Also, let's look at it this way, all right? Generally speaking, the way in a free society it's supposed to work is that government is supposed to be the referee, the regulator, not the participant, okay? So this would mean they can decide whether or not to approve certain things being built over here or being built over there. But funnily enough, if they become fully state-owned and they pick a spot on the map where a wind farm's going to go that has distribution cables that go back out over places like Ballarat, what chance is it that one half of the Victorian government is going to say no to the other half of Victorian government? This is a little bit, dare I say, sort of Belt and Road style attitude here, which is if we want it, we'll build it, and nobody can stand in our way.
And I think that's been the experience with the whole renewables business, that if a project is slated for somewhere, it's very, very difficult to head it off if there are objections. But the other side to that issue, Paul, is private companies are very reluctant to compete against government quasi-monopolies. So, in effect, the money that is needed for this transition is needed now. It's needed in huge amounts. The projects have to be built. They have to deliver. And this really is going to send a message to the private sector, look, keep your money in your pocket. There's a lot of risk there you weren't anticipating. Who knows what the rule changes will be in the future. And it's going to make the transition more difficult, not easier.
Well, and if it ever comes down to an auction, I've got unlimited money, you eventually run out of money.